Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Derek, and I am a digital designer and multimedia artist, and I run Derek's Cute Art YouTube channel. If you haven't seen my content before, we just talk about everything art careers, and anything art and illustration related that I feel like talking about. So today, I'm gonna kind of keep this video very casual, because I feel like it's the type of topic that you should keep casual. It's mostly my opinion, and I feel like it's less reliant on hard fact and more of just my experience as someone who's used social media as an artist for years now. I feel no matter what artistic profession you pick up, every person in the creative space is stressed to pick up social media in one form or another for their career or their aspirations. But at the same time, it feels like a balancing act between this and all of your other responsibilities. And it can end up making artists feel burnt out, and that's not good for your day job or trying to find a new job. I myself, like other artists, have felt extremely burnt out, and it just feels like it never ends with social media. I recently uploaded a video of what it was like to work and post on Instagram every day for a year. I wanted to keep the video very positive, but there were a few times that I did feel burnt out, and I was like, when is this gonna end? But I really wanted to hit my goal. Social media, like every other part of the artistic profession, is full of nuance into how you should use it and what exactly is it for in your career. Like, for example, when it comes to jobs and getting work, does it help? I mean, for some artists it does. And if you are planning into going into social media as a career, yeah, it should extremely help your career. I've seen a lot of people get freelance work off of social media, and that includes like almost every art profession. There are even a few graphic designers I follow who exclusively get work just off of Instagram and LinkedIn. But it can just get really messy because a lot of these social media platforms, they change on a dime, and a lot of artists can't handle that fluctuation. I myself have been extremely annoyed at how easily Instagram flips the script on artists and creators. It just really feels like they don't want us to succeed, and you have to be a big brand on there to break through in any way. On top of that, as an artist, you're just wondering if the social media platform's even worth it. And there's so many to pick from, it's even hard to know where to start. I mean, just let me list them all. I'll start with the most contextual. It's Behance, Adobe's art posting program. I post projects on there, but I've never really had anything turn out for it. I kind of just post them on there so I could look back on them or show them to other people at a quick glance because I don't want them on my website. And then there's Instagram, which a lot of new creators do pick it up, but it just kind of feels fruitless for if you're just starting out. And then there's YouTube, which then that means a lot of artists have to learn video, audio editing. I mean, you even have to learn video for Instagram. And don't get me started on TikTok, like that's a pretty good social media platform. But like, I feel like a lot of artists don't want to record everything they do. And for your more technical illustrators or those who you want to get into games or entertainment, there's ArtStation, and that's a good social media platform, but it's flooded with amazing artists, and it's mostly just there to keep your portfolio like Behance. And then the final one, which is LinkedIn, which I highly suggest for anybody who's trying to grow a career to have at least a LinkedIn. But even when I post on there, I just feel like a capitalist shill. And I do use it to market myself, but a lot of it just feels like some weird game where I'm able to be more authentic on other social media platforms. Not to say that you can't use these programs to help you get better as an artist. You find communities and other people to critique your work, or just seeing it posted out there allows you to evaluate your work's progression over time. I use Instagram and Behance that way just to see how I've evolved in my style and technique. It's also good just to document your process for your portfolio site or other ways that you keep your work documented. It also helps for networking, and I feel like a lot of people care too much about likes and followers, but it's really the quality and the exact people you meet on these platforms that matters. I was able to befriend a few key people, and I feel like they've helped out my career and have mentored me in some way or another. Also, you meet other artists and make friends, and I think that's amazing. And if you are looking for clients, I mean, any exposure for your art, the better, because it just takes one person just to see how you work, and they might want to end up working with you. And I know some artists are very opinionated, and social media allows them to even become thought leaders or create videos that explain their process better, or create helpful PDFs and tools for other artists, or just share how your career is going because you want to tell someone. Because I feel like a lot of us artists just end up creating our work in a silo and don't have too many people to talk about it with. I mean, that's why I started this whole YouTube channel and my Instagram. But at the end of the day, it just gets super exhausting because I feel like every artist wants to have multiple income streams, especially with how unpredictable the career is. I mean, me, myself, it's one of the reasons why I do have this YouTube channel. I want to have a multiple income streams to support my career. That, and I feel like a lot of artists have one big project or a few big projects that we just want to get out there, and we know we have to market ourselves, and no one else is going to do it for us. But as artists, it can just really burn you out having to do all of that. And it's also another skill you're learning on top of trying to improve your craft. And I get sometimes jealous of my other artist and designer friends who don't give a crap about social media. And I just see them just working on their own little ways of getting into the industry or trying to network. And it does interest me, but I just feel like that isn't me. And that's mostly what it is with social media. And it is a skill, so it isn't everyone at first. And so if you really feel like you need it, you might have to start investing now. Then the sooner the better. But I just have to stress that your mental health is way more important. I wish that I had my Instagram going when I was in college, but when I look back, I had no time to do any of that. And it was just a super stressful time, and getting a good portfolio was way more important than how many followers I had on Instagram, because that's not what got me a job at the end of the day. It was my portfolio, my work, and my skills. But on the other hand, I'm working in a profession where you don't have to market yourself all the time to land clients or always be in the ear of a recruiter. I can actually just get a full-time job and just focus on that. But I'm a little bit more ambitious than that with what I want to do. So to kind of get back to the original question of this video is, do you really need social media to be an artist or a designer? No, you really don't need it to be that. You are one once you've decided you wanted to become one. Just always tell yourself that social media is just one other tool in your arsenal to grow your career or get to your goals. Just because someone doesn't like something that you post doesn't make your work invalid. The most important thing that you can do for your career is not give up and not get burnt out. I mean, art school already burns out so many people a year. Don't let social media be one other reason why you stop making art. I made this YouTube channel because a lot of my friends got burnt out on making art, and I don't want anyone else to feel the same. So if you are going to post on social media, you are going to work on your art, just do it for yourself and don't give a damn if it works one way out or another. So just keep making the things that you love and just keep practicing and keeping your chin up. There's always going to be someone succeeding a little bit more than you in this profession, and you got to accept that from day one. And I hope this conversation helped today, because I think about it all the time. And I wanted to thank everybody who kept around for this little ramble of mine. I recently had a friend tell me they wanted me to be a bit more emotional on these videos. For an artist, I consider myself very right-brained. So it's just kind of nice just to kind of let my thoughts and feelings leak out naturally. And as always, I always suggest that you vet who you take advice from, so please check out my portfolio, my LinkedIn, any other resources that will give you more background on me. I always appreciate your guys' time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I want to get to know every single one of you, so if you have an opinion on social media, please just leave it down below. I'll interact with every comment that I can. I'm pretty sure I can because I don't have that many followers. See ya.